In today's lesson, I'm going to start learning how to change notes without crosses with my hands reversed here on the practice channel. Stay tuned. Well, hello everybody, I'm Matt Willis Bagpiper, and on this channel I make videos to make you a stronger and more confident piper. If you like this kind of content, please think about giving the video a like and subscribing to the channel. I also teach online lessons if you want more personalized instruction, but more on that later. All right, we're on to part 3 of this journey for me, where I'm learning to replay the bagpipe with my hands reversed. So my right hand is on top, my left hand is on bottom, and for the last 2 weeks, I've been just trying to get good coverage on low G and been starting with the paradiddle finger warm-ups that will eventually lead to the various grace notes we're going to play, but I've not been actively changing notes, and I'm not going to lie, it's driven me a little batty. I've wanted to at least try to attempt to change notes, but I'm doing my best to not move ahead, 1 lesson per week, so we're on to lesson 3, changing notes without crosses, or as I call it, the new approach to the Highland bagpipe scale. In any case, let's start the video and see how this is going to go. Today we're going to learn a new approach to the basic Highland bagpipe scale. Stay tuned. There are links below to PDF downloads of the material that we'll be using today. While editing this video, I realized... And if you wanted all of the exercises from my basic series in one easy-to-access manual, I do have my Bagpipe Basic Series manual available on Amazon. You'll see a link on screen and in the description below, but there's also the free PDF, as you can see right here. So either download that, pick up the book, whichever you do, have it in front of you so you can follow along. So to begin with, we're going to start on low G, we're going to go up to A and back down to low G. Then we're going to just raise up one more finger, start on A, go up to B, and then down, back to A. And then finally in bar 3, we're going to start on low G, and we're going to skip the A and go to the B, and then back to the low G. Let's go right from here. I'm going to try this line. Again, I'm also not going to be using a metronome. As I said in the previous video, I'm kind of out of space here with everything set up. So no metronome, but I got my hands on. Make sure I get a good low G. There we are. Oh, that ring finger started to drift down a little bit. Let's try that G to B again. Already feeling it early days, but now that I'm doing something different with my hand, I was starting to get rid of the cramps from doing the paradiddle exercise with my fingers, but now that I'm doing note changes, I'm gripping a little hard and I can feel that thumb starting to cramp up again. I remember my thumb cramping up on the right hand when I started, especially when I moved over to the pipe, so I'm not surprised, and I know it goes away, but it doesn't mean it's any more comfortable when you're starting. Let's give it a go. And again, on the way down, ring finger wasn't quite in place, but I'm pretty happy. This is some of the first note changes I've made with my hands reversed. I'll take it. Line 2, we're going to start on a C, and we're going to go straight down to low G. And then next, we're going to drop straight back down to that low G, and we're going to go all the way up to a D. So I definitely need to get a little height out of my pointer. Yeah, see that one finger was running a bit. There we go. That's working a little better. And then finally, for the third bar, we're just going to switch between C, up to D, and back down to C. I'm going to raise to D, and I'm, again, just slightly twisting my wrist and making sure that... Well, that's interesting. So I'm really noticing the collision between my lifted pinky and that pointer finger. I'm noticing right now there is a bit of finger wrestling going on here, so I'm going to have to find a place in space for that top pinky to not be quite in the way of that pointer finger as I'm doing these. There we go. So I need a little higher so that it doesn't interfere. I want to give a quick shout out to the members of my Patreon community. You'll see their names scrolling up now. These are folks that contribute monthly to the channel. I'd love to add your name to this list. You often get various perks like access to videos when I can get them up in time, but there's all sorts of other things I've shared over the years on the Patreon, so go check that out, and please consider help supporting the channel here. It makes everything possible. Now for line 3, we're now going to start going to the top hand notes. All right, let's try this whole line. All right, so when bringing that hand down, the thing I always remind students of, and I'm not doing, is with that top hand, you want to feel that that pointer finger is coming below your thumb, not to it, because the holes aren't in a line. There we are. Those holes are a little bit further down than my brain wants them to be, so that's interesting. All right, there's me by myself. Let's join in with me over here. I went to a B because I raised the wrong finger, because, you know, reasons. Hands are switched. Let's try that again. Okay, the last part of the first step of this method before we learn any of the crosses, now we're going to go from low G to the top hand note. This is very similar to what we just did, but however, now the pinky is going to get involved as well. We need to make sure that the pinky is moving with the top hand notes. All right, let's give this a go. That's F again, and I move my bottom hand. Going a little fast. Let's slow it down. Yep. That G's getting me. Still getting that cramp in that thumb, right? Kind of feeling it right through the band, right at the base of right here. It's a little... I remember it being lower last time. So, new cramp, new spot. I'll work through this one too. All right, let's go back to that G to G. So that one in particular, that'd be one I'd circle. If this was, well, it is my book. I'm going to circle this one so that I know I need to hit this one several times. This has by far been the most difficult. The next one I'd circle is the one right above it, the low A to high G. Same basic problem, but man, getting that pinky involved and not having to just keep my bottom hand down is really confusing which hand is needing to move. So I need to sort this out here before I'm ready to move on. That much is clear. Let's play along with me now. There's no playing along with me right here. That's too fast. So if you're doing this at home and using this, don't play along with me until you're ready. I'm not ready to play along with me. So, you know, take your time, get through each of these cleanly. It's not a race, as I say repeatedly. In this video, we want to make sure we're doing this right. And this is hard. I never said it was easy. If you want a more personalized instruction, I do give online lessons. Head over to www.commandyourbagpipe.com or email me at the address you see here, and we'll get you going. I'm working with folks from all over the planet, and I hope to work with you soon. All right, I've been practicing for the last 4 days. This is day 5. I started on Monday. This is Friday. Let's see how it's going. Still a little blurry on that low G. Let's try that again. So it's not perfect, but it's much, much better than it was 5 days ago. I'm still getting extra tension in this part of my thumb, but it's not fully cramping now, so it's improving. Hopefully in the next week or two, as I continue to do more note changes, it will, well, start going away, because it doesn't feel very nice. I also have a line of bagpipe merchandise, like my prescription bagpipe line, like this mug right here, but I also have the Highland Bagpipe embellishment timing tree here that has all of the Highland Bagpipe embellishments in one attractive graphic. Check that out. Link on the screen and in the description below to let the world know that you command your bagpipe. All right, the next video for lesson 4 is going to be relatively short because there's only a few note changes. They're the ones I forgot to put in here, but I do want one video per each lesson in this book, so stay tuned for that next week. But again, it'll be a short video. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. If you got something out of the video, please consider subscribing to the channel, liking the video, and commenting below. It all helps more than you know with the algorithm here on YouTube. Thank you again, everybody, and until next time, I'm Matt Willis. Cheers.